town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your souls. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your souls. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Till I get out. We'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go.
All right, Chad. Welcome back to another episode of Wall Street Sessions. Going to be a good one today. I think a lot basically happening yesterday on FOMC for those guys that did trade it. Unfortunately for us, we couldn't even do anything about it because we were one of the lucky few who had load shedding for the few 4 hours that we did have load shedding. So we had to sit out on that one. But at the end of the day, those news events open us up for opportunities to trade today. So we're going to make the most out of that. Chris, how are you doing today, brother?
I'm feeling good. I think we've had a very good week so far. I think it's been relatively choppy, but we've been catching our little singles here along the way. Looking to have a solid session now this afternoon, post FOMC.
Post FOMC. We're going to get the ball rolling here, guys. So before we do that, as always, Chris, will you open us up with a prayer, brother?
I will, Chad. Let's just bow our heads. Father, we just want to thank you for another beautiful day. Thank you for bringing us all back safely here. Lord, we just pray that you will bless us, that you will guide us and lead us into all truth. We pray that we will make good decisions here today, Father. We pray that you will give us guidance, that you will be a light upon our feet, as we go through this journey. Father, I just also pray for each and every member that joins diligently and faithfully every day, Father. I pray that you will give them guidance, Father. I pray that you will give them breakthrough in their trading, not just their trading, but in their personal lives, their relationships, their business ventures, and everything they put their hand to, Father. And within that will bring glory to your name, Father. Thank you that you can give us faith, and we can ask for more faith, Lord, as we go about our day. And Lord, we just pray for increase of faith, because that is the only way we can please you, is by having faith in you, Lord. We pray this and we ask this not because we deserve it, because ultimately we don't deserve anything from you, Father, but you do give it to us graciously and willingly and lovingly through your Son, Jesus Christ. And we pray and ask this in his mighty name. And if you believe it, Chad, you can drop an amen right now.
Amen.
Amen.
There we go, ladies and gents. So let's get this started. Starting off with the fundamental chat. So on this Thursday afternoon, we had quite a few things. Obviously, again, a holiday, AUD, some red folders, the pound, red folders, Swiss, pound again, and now starting to 30 with unemployment claims. 221 expected 224. We came out at 223, so pretty much very close to the forecast. Is a little bit higher than previous, but again, nothing too crazy there for us. And then the Philly manufacturing index coming out at a 12.5. So we're going to see what that means. Again, nothing too crazy. Existing home sales at 4 o'clock. So again, they are expecting a little bit of a drop off there, but we'll take that into consideration when taking some trades. Again, don't think it's going to do anything too crazy. And then at 4:40, we have President Trump speaking. Not sure what that's about, but they will have the man in action while we are trading. So maybe that will bring a little bit of volatility. The biggest thing for that is I'm not sure what he's talking about there, but it's always interesting when he's talking exactly after we had FOMC yesterday, because we know the literal love relationship he has with Jay Powell.
He's going to say he wants lower rates. He's going to say why have Powell and them not cut the rates. I can tell you that's the crux of it.
90% of the time he's just going to say the opposite to whatever Powell said. So that should be a bit interesting there for us. So even though it's orange folder, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some volume coming in the markets there. But let's go to the chart. DXY. What are we looking at over there? Now, what I want to see here, guys, we can see traded bullish, opening up quite aggressively here this morning, trading back into this level. Now, same thing we said to the guys yesterday. I was looking, as we are neutral, the idea that we can come bullish. I did want to see a little bit more of a test further down, because we do have that yearly S1. And I do believe if we are that close, we might as well go for the test. But we are starting to see a turnaround already. So the main thing now is monthly S2. We're going to see what happens at that level. On the 4 hour, again, we traded in above this daily key level. We are holding support, turning around. So I am going to say I am a little bit more bullish for the dollar. So the fact, again, we're looking on the 15, trading bullish, and the major thing for me is that we've tested, broke previous daily highs, consolidated, had the test of that daily key level, as you said, and now starting to have it rip to the top side. So if this holds monthly S2, definitely can see a bullish momentum for the dollar this session. Going over to NASDAQ, we want to be looking at as well, trading into this level, holding out the yearly pivot. So same thing, I'm personally still going to stay more bearish. So we're going to see what does that mean for us over here. On this day, Asia highs, Asia lows, coming back down, yearly pivot back under those daily highs. EQ's broken, we're now at weekly pivot. If this holds, going to be going bearish, and I think this is a make or break. So once it either holds daily key level, it can go bullish. Otherwise, if this also breaks, I think you're going to see that volume drive, especially after previous daily lows. US 30, pretty much something similar. I saw the boys absolutely milking it this morning. Chris taking beautiful longs, and then Ed catching the trade back down. Monthly S2 holding, so the same thing. I do believe this is going to be playing catch up with NASDAQ. So we are still bearish with a more neutral outlook. Holding this level. This has been that little bit of a fake out. Now starting to come back down. If we do approach the yearly pivot, we've been testing the fact we can't get away. This is a major area. Yes, this is a move bullish, but you'd expect something a bit more long term. If we get back here, probability I always talk about sees us coming back down, and the same breaking those previous lows. So I am going to be leaning a little bit more to the bearish side. We just want to have the player and identify to you guys, obviously, the grabber kick. The grabber kick would have been your sells in here at the moment. So I think a lot of guys would have already been break even if they are in. The grabber would have been sells here. And just aligning it up here, not taking away. It's two simplified versions, obviously using the concepts. Ed, where he caught this, as Chris and myself were talking about a little bit earlier, just the simple play of Asia highs, Asia lows. Beautiful work out there. And again, if you just did the reverse of the grabber kick on the 5 year, you would have had it very, very simply. Asia highs, Asia lows, a high and low swept of the day. So once you broke in, just to break this down for you guys very quickly, that would have been your 30 pip stop. Let's just put that into place over there. 30 pip stop. And again, Asia lows is your first target, as I think that would have literally been the trade there for Ed. And then the reverse grabber would have been the EQ. And very simply as this is why we always talk about it. Yes, the grabber doesn't have to have the most wins every now and again. It can take a loss here and there, but that alone is basically a 8.89. You could even just push the limit a bit and made it a 1 to 9, and that was literally went smooth. You couldn't have asked for a better trade than that. So definitely, again, if you guys haven't checked it out, go look at the grabber strat on our channel there for you guys. But again, after the reverse grabber, the grabber would have been in the cells here, so you could have even scaled in with the EQ. And now you're going to be targeting weekly pivot, yearly pivot, daily S1 as your next target. So keep a lookout over there. Gold, what do you want to see over here? Personally, as I say, guys, gold, this is where I don't like to be trading it, because as much as we definitely are bullish, this monthly R2 was always going to become that level for us to watch out for. Trading back down, this has definitely been a move from $30.50, almost $20, and we've seen this from yesterday where we were trading. We are back into this little messy range over here. So I don't really know how I feel about that, if I really want to get involved, because we saw how this thing was chopping us yesterday. And again, not something we want to get in here. Daily pivot holding back underneath that EQ. So does it do something for us? This is obviously all related after those news came out. Personally, as I say, where it is sitting out, this is just a kill zone for me. So I personally won't touch it. If anything, I'm going to look at underneath daily S2 or daily S1, because there we want to see if that holds, giving you that volume to go for previous daily lows, because at this point you will be able to be break even and then see either for that driver volume or the reversals or fake out to continue bullish. But I think going to the end of the week, if this starts breaking lower, we are going to see that bearish momentum come in. So just keep your eyes open for that. But that is everything from me. Chris, over to you, brother.
Keys, you only gave me 5 minutes. I'm going to try my best here.
Hey, I know you can speed run it.
Chad, dollar index, we mentioned that we are somewhat bullish now, breaking above previous daily high. A little bit of a double bottom being formed here. 15-minute time frame. What do we see here? This morning we mentioned weekly pivot. We mentioned daily pivot. And this zone up here currently holding monthly S2. Things are looking bullish while we hold above this daily R1. We would now expect the dollar to push to daily R2. All right, so order flow is nice and solid, bullish on the dollar. Nasdaq, somewhat of a little bit of a range here. Things are looking a little bit chalky here. Could be for a while, but yearly pivot currently rejecting. Still inside day, not taking previous daily high or low. What we can see is Asia lows untested, weekly pivot currently being rejected. And a big one for me is, I do think just purely from where we are, very likely daily S1, go and test that daily zone there. Otherwise, unless we start holding above the weekly pivot, I do see some bearish price action here on NAS. US 30 daily, a little bit of an interesting one. We mentioned that 200 daily EMA, and we've got quite a few daily zones that we've marked out here. I'm still bullish on the day. However, that 200 daily EMA might take a little bit of working to get through it. Currently, what we're looking at is these two daily zones. There's your pivot, your EQ. Daily pivot's just up here, 200 EMA. Here's your daily zone. I like the shorts into the daily S1. I wouldn't even mind a very strong pullback into that Asia low level, untested, and then coming back down again. So we're just going to monitor the open here, see what we do on the volume flow. Gold, on the other hand, beautiful. Still super bullish. I told you guys it's quite interesting, taking the previous daily high and then reversing. Unfortunately, this morning our first snap at it there was actually we were the liquidity. Caught a little bit of a makeup trade there later to the upside, but now looking on the 30-minute, I just want to clear out these indicators, just give you guys a nice clear picture of what's happening. There's that zone that Brian was referring to on the hourly that we mentioned, that if price could hold above, you could see price trading back into the range. Unfortunately rejected there, or not unfortunately, rejected that level. Now massive rejection up against that zone. And I want to say if we can close below these lows here, you can get into a little bit of a short position here. Only about 22 pips, ultimately 47 pips to try and fill that wick. That's the idea. We'll see if we get it. Otherwise, if we hold this zone, might trade it back to the upside. Things are a little bit chop on gold, but we'll see what we do at that daily S1. Otherwise, we're going to have a trend day down if we cannot hold this daily S1. GBP USD, unfortunately, very topsy-turvy as well. We mentioned that we are still technically bullish, but now bearish because breaking below the previous daily low. Lower time frames, we were waiting to see what's going to happen here. Very chop. I don't know if anyone got into something there. I would have not gotten into anything on GU. Still, I wouldn't get into anything. The only thing that makes reasonably sense is if we break below here, because then we're below the half round number 12950, and then you've got daily S2, and then you can see if this can start to move from daily S1 to daily S2. I don't really like it. GJ, also a bit of a mess. We spoke about that zone, holds above, potentially bullish. Rejections there, bearish. I don't know, for the swing trader guys, maybe they took something here. For us scalpers, there's nothing inside of that zone. The only thing I'm looking at now is potentially if we close below this daily S2, I would take some potential shorts below there. Looking left with me, you can see, oh Chad, it's tough. GJ, it's just a little tough one. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste my time on it. I'm gonna focus on the indices today and see if we can get a nice position here. Kigo, I'm gonna do bookmap now for you guys.
That's perfect.
4 minutes. I don't know why we take so long though, Keegs. I don't know why we take so long. But bookmap, currently NQ, positive order flow here of about 550 cons, still trading below VWAP. A little bit of a point of control here. Sellers looking like they want to step in here at the open. US 30, sellers are stepping in big time here at the open. Keegs are going to open us up
Right,
there.
there we go, Chad. Round 8, markets open. Ding, 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 ding. Fight.
There we go, Chad. And then gold, currently net negative. Something I'm looking into is this VWAP on bookmap. I've been checking it out last night, trading from VWAP. But currently order flow is net negative on gold, also holding below VWAP. At a little point of control here, we'll see what we do a little bit later. But other than that, we will just wait. Keys, let me just set up my screens here quickly.
Perfect, bro.
And then we can go back to my screens. I don't know why I've got the banking app and all these personal info open. Do you sometimes do it just to feel like you're living a little on the edge?
Anyone can
Like
hack in at any
just
moment.
accidentally click on something and all your personal information is available on the interweb. All right, Chad, we're going to get to the... Almost got in for that haircut. I'm going to check the chat now. I just want to lock it in here for the open. See what we do here. A lot of selling coming here. Straight off the rip on the open here. But we'll see. There's that daily zone. Wouldn't be surprised if we maybe just refresh these lows a little bit. Go and test that area and then come down. That is the one side of it. Okay. Let's go. Okay, gold. Gold is currently ranging. Okay, let's see. US 30. We've got quite a chunky bit of volume here at these lows. I don't know if you guys can see. And if we start breaking above here and we start trading above VWAP, I do think we can actually get a quick little melt up of almost 200 points to that point of control we had earlier this morning. So this is the low volume node. This is the high volume node, and this is the low volume node we will trade through. And that really, weirdly enough, coincides with that next daily zone and your EQ. So we're going to see what happens there. Quite a bit of sellers coming in here. I don't know if you guys can see it as we're going up. Quite a bit of selling going on. So quite interesting to see. I don't know if sellers are capitulating here or whether buyers are just overwhelming them, but we'll see what happens here. Gold on the other hand, we've got some buying coming in. Overall net negative on the delta. However, gold hasn't been really that easy to trade with in the afternoon. I don't know, Brian, I don't know what your feeling is trading gold in the afternoon. But for me, the afternoons usually go into a chop for some reason. Okay, GU melting out the 30 close. GJ still in that chop zone. Nas also fighting back here quite massively from these lows. Interesting to see.
USD's just been choppy this whole week, bro. Like, not just getting those clear moves.
right, here we go. Chad, if we can hold above this zone, I would go for longs with the idea that we can trade into that next zone. If we continuously reject here, then I do think we are going somewhat lower, at least to these lows. So it's just a case of what are we going to do at this daily zone. Nasdaq currently leading in terms of strength. Big one for Nas is going to be what's going to happen at this 200 EMA and US 30, that daily zone. If we start holding above it, I don't know if you guys can see, we're not getting away from it, so we're going to need to see some type of volume to the short side. Okay. Chad breaks and holds above. Longs on the table. Gold. All right. Quite a bit of bullish momentum coming through here. How's the 15?
So it's not really giving us clear.
I think it's going to go long, dude.
When I look at the 1 hour is no top wick.
If it's not going to break now, it's going to go long.
There's no volume here.
There's literally no volume. The volume delta has not moved.
Yeah, I think if this thing turns, bro, then...
But if we reject here, this thing can waterfall. But Chad, here's my thinking on US 30 real quick for you guys. So that is quite a key level. We had quite a bit of rejection. We moved lower. Now look at all of this. Look how we are moving down from this level. We are literally stair-stepping. So we're not getting away from this level. So what do you think is going to happen once we close above that level?
Well, then Nasdaq's put in the pressure on now, bro.
So that is why I think once we break above here, and if we break above there, I think that is going to be the sellers capitulating, because we've been bearish the entire session. But then in the same vein, looking at these equal lows here, that could be run. So let's see here. Okay, let's see what the chat is saying. Alrighty, Chad, let's check here. Okay, if we re-break these highs, I'm going long, Chad. If we re-break these 1 minute highs, I'm going long. Can't get away from this level. Volume starting to build up. We are still net positive on the volume delta. So US 30 re-breaks of these highs, I'm going long on it.
Sheesh.
Alright, Chad, that's me going long here on US 30. 60 point stop, 60 point target, keeping it simple. 1-to-1s, only 1-to-1 gang. On the flip there, took it. 60 is going to be slightly above that 200. Volume delta is still positive. Like I mentioned, sellers not taking advantage here. Could see a little bit of a seller capitulation here. Also, the volume stepping in here to the buy side. So let's see. Once we're about 40-50 in profit, that is when I will go, let's say 40. That's going to be the break-even point. And then we're going to take it from there. Getting close, getting close. Just going to halve my risk in the meantime, Chad. Going to go to about 30. Actually, you know what? We can go break even. That's very close to take profit now. Break even on the trade. Let's see if she can run for us 60. Almost at VWAP. And then we're going to check there for potential continuations. 200 could be a little bit of a stumbling block. I just want to let you guys know that 200 could be a little bit of a stumbling block. So just be ready to potentially hit a break even here. That is very, very likely. Not impossible.
Still no volume coming in.
No, buy volume.
You said
Delta,
buy
yeah,
volume.
buy volume. Delta is going positive. Come on. US 30, just do us a solid here today. Just pump for us.
It's like that's all we want.
Right, all I want is a 1-to-1. It's not even that I'm asking to swing for the fences here. Come on, US 30, just tap VWAP for us, minimum. Alright, here we go, Chad. Getting to the edge of that volume shelf. Should see a young teleportation coming in right about now. Teleport. This is currently session highs. Again, that 200 sticky 200 EMA. Bro, this 200 is a stickler.
I was putting up a fight.
Bro, these past 3 days, I've had 3 trades that went 40 to 50 just to break even. So this will be gold for me. This thing slaps a 60 quick. There we go. Can we get it, Chad? Can we rip? Here we go. Here we go. US 30, hold on to my beer. Here I come. Dude, I'm gonna get a water. Might as well just sell here, bro. That's been the theme. Get close to TP, then turns around completely. So gigs are telling me to sell here.
Are you selling, bro?
Now I'm asking you. He's just gonna grab water.
Maybe that's the plan.
Oh, this thing is fine.
That's the plan, bro. Walk it off, Chris.
I brought up some liquidity.
Hey, the liquidity.
Liquidity's here, Chad. Bringing some liquidity for those TPs.
The liquidity has arrived.
That's fun, bro. It's my last 5 liter now.
You need water in the office, bro.
Public holiday tomorrow. We'll get more to on Monday. I just took that 5 liter and I owned it. You can boil it if you want to, but that is my 5 liter now. Do you guys take it back now? I already put my mouth on it.
That's Chris's way of claiming it, guys.
Bro, my mouth was on that water now. Okay, what is goal doing? 15 minutes. A little bit of a chop range here.
Are you still in, bro?
Yeah. Still in here. Look, it would make sense for it to come back and test this level, Chad, because that is that key level. We tested the backside of it now, broke above. So I wouldn't be surprised if we come back to test it. I would still look for potential re-entries either here if we get it, or I'm going to look for re-entries above this 200. The delta is going to somewhat of a consolidation. We haven't made a new high on the volume delta, so no fresh buying going on, purely in a little bit of a consolidation strangle there. And but here we go. Here we go, boys. Boys and girls, ladies and gents. Can US 30
Africa struggling for water and this man is drinking a 5 liter like it's a sippy cup.
Oh, Chad, it's so close. You can almost taste that TP. Here we go. Smack it.
Gonna make you work for it, bro.
Just go for it now. US 30. US 30. Do it for the boys. Chad, I'm still in there. Mine didn't hit. For some reason, there's a little bit of a discrepancy. My TP is actually there. I think I got a little bit slippaged. Bro, what a fight to get 60 out of.
Man, getting some pips here.
Bro, I'm still in. Let me just get the Mortal Kombat voice out here.
Finish him!
Nah, bro. Still in. Alright, Chad, let's see if she can do it now. Go for it. Go for it. Bro, what is this 200 EMA, my dude? This thing is putting up a battle here. There we go, Chad. Yes. 60 in the bag. Damn, did we have to work for that one. Chris, are you trading at fault? Do you get charged when you move your stop loss into entry? No, this is actually a FTMO challenge I'm doing. after seeing Keegs making bags, I was like, nah. I need to get in on this money glitch. This man is flush, guys. This man is flush. I actually saw him now yesterday. He asked me to go with him to Builders, and I checked him and he asked the guys, do they have like a golden shovel? And I asked him, Keegs, but you don't do gardening. You've got like a garden service. And he said, no. The thing is, if you don't shovel your money, it starts to like gather damp. So it's just to like shovel his money around. And he was testing out shovels there. I don't know. I've got like a little shovel at home for like pots, but this man was looking at that big one for the cement.
Yeah, the Chad.
Alrighty, Chad. Let's do the influencer thing here. Might as well. Alrighty, ladies and gents, that is 60 points, or as some influencers would say, 6,000 points, Kicks?
That's
6,000
it, bro.
pips. 6,000 pips on the head. Chad, if you took some of that, W's in the chat, even GG's could be accepted. W's. Alright. Chad, beautiful. Still going there. And again, order flow, bullish. Bookmap, absolute cheat code.
Hey,
Keek said you threw your small shovel away.
we got rid of that thing, bro.
Playing with the big shovels now.
There's no need for that. Alrighty, Chad, that is 60 cooked. Might go for a little secondary, Chad. VWAP. Might go for another bite here. Let's see. Gold currently, Brian, I don't know what gold is doing. Is there anything you like on it? There's nothing I like. Yeah, gold is just in a pretty tough range at this stage. Right, Chad, if I missed your message, just still holding a trade. When is Trump? Hey, my brother, don't be greedy, eh? We just prayed for that spirit of greed to leave before the session. Don't let it get the better of you now today. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Chad, we might even get a 30-minute trade here on US 30. Quickly think about what we talked about earlier with ranges. So let's put off the rest. So there's those daily ranges we spoke about. But then just look at our immediate ranges that we see here. We can see that we've got a little bit of a resistance there. We can see that that's a clear range back into those Asia high levels. So can we agree that if we close back above this range,
this now becomes a confirmed support area. And now you could expect as a minimum for price to move into this zone. I think on the 1 minute what you'll see is once this 30 closes, you'll get a nice bottom wick, and then on the flip or even on the break of the high, I might even take it on the flip, Chad. I might even take it on the flip.
What's this?
US 30.
Oh man, still going for it.
I'll just see how we close now. Gold order flow now starting to come down somewhat.
You see, chat, it's just because my boys flush over here now after smashing TPs.
Ah, no man, come on. 100% starting to see this, Chris. Alright. So this is going to be our zone. Alright. Order flow nice and firmly bullish here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Nice little hand of Zeus coming in here. Anything now, Keeks, you see what I see.
What's that?
US 30.
Yeah. I see it.
Here, yeah, okay, it's not giving us a lot of range here though. So this thing is just going now. Yo. Where did I take that trade? Holy, I think it's like almost 3 or now.
Oh, bro, I think you could have destroyed that thing.
Yeah, if you think about the theory, what we talked about,
Yeah.
relative theory,
Just a little theory.
yeah, not a
A
big.
little one.
Alrighty, Chad, here we go. 23 seconds. Let's see what US 30 is gonna. What time is Trump on, Keeks?
Sure. What was it? 4 o'clock, Chad? 4:40.
Keeks, I don't know.
4:40.
I don't know if we need to start losing to get the guys to like the stream, but winning is not getting likes.
I don't know, bro.
Winning.
Maybe that's the plan. That's why guys will say like I caught 6,000, 10,000 pips today. And people are like, bro, where did you find 10,000? Like I saw the markets that had moved like 250. Where did you find 10,000 pips?
Chad, how do we get a like? Hit that like button if you would be so kind. We would appreciate it greatly. Chad, I didn't execute you. The one side of me is like, why go back in? One side of me is like,
Put risk on the table. You won't do it.
yes, that is the one side, and then there's the other side that says, Chris, you already called a W, call it, walk away. There's the theory for you guys.
The theory is theorying.
There's the theory for you guys. Nasdaq was actually smooth here from VWAP. Yearly pivot though, monster level here. Daily pivot EQ. Bro, it feels so good to see the bulls back.
Sure, it's been a while.
Bro, it's just been selling. Just seeing all of this bullishness is.
It's been a while.
Go capitalism, Keegs.
Sheesh.
Go capitalism.
Make America great again.
Dude. This just makes being a capitalist feel so good. Penetration candles. Chad, that's why my nickname is Market Bull, because I hate bear markets. Because I think I've told the story, Keeks, when I tried to short for almost 6 weeks, almost bankrupted myself, and the one morning I came into the office and I told Japes, and I was like, Japes, bro, from this day forward, I will never short NASDAQ ever again. Shortly after, we went into a bear market, but anyway, that is trading for you. Yeah, so this thing has got some legs on it now.
Just saying the theory works, bro.
No, it works. It's ranges.
Tell the truth, I stopped watching your stream not as much since you started trading on a 1 minute time frame. Maybe that's why you don't get much likes.
Alright, so it's the 1 minute.
Alright, so guys don't like the 1 minute, but they clearly then don't like making money.
Free bird.
I hear your argument, if you want to call it that, but I mean, if we were getting clapped left, right, and center, 100% I'd agree with you.
I think if you think about relative terms, in a lot of what we try to do is to try and establish a framework for you as a trader yourself to take the trades. So we do a top-down analysis identifying levels. Even if you were at the seminar over the weekend, we talked about price just going from zone to zone. And it's just a case of you identifying those zones. So even if we're on a 1 minute, a 5 minute, a 15 minute, market structure is market structure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you, the 1 minute, 1 minute's not for everybody. For instance, gold, I will still trade on the 15 and the 30 like we've done in the mornings. I'll still use that purely because how volatile gold is. And gold could give you a false signal on the 1 minute. But for instance, US 30 and the rest, the 1 minute gives you a clear picture of what's going on. It gives you, for instance, let's say we had this zone that we mentioned here. As soon as we break back above it, we want a long. Let's say we had to wait for a 15 minute. So on the 15 minute, we would have caught that entry about 50 points later. Same idea, same concept. Just now on a 1 minute, we get it closer to that level. That's the only reason you go to a lower time frame. Even let's say on a 30 minute, now we got it 150 points away from that level. So it's purely just a case of trying to get your trade as close to that point of interest or that volume node as possible. So
yeah. The thing is, I'm not saying also you're saying we're wrong. I'm just saying it's more, like I said, obviously if we were like those other influencers and we were getting smacked left, right, center, then I'd also be like, okay, these oaks have officially lost the plot. But there's still a theory to it. I think that's exactly what Dylan's saying. For the pair that we trade in, when we trade USD, we look at the 1 minute. But gold yesterday, we took gold. That wasn't on the 1 minute. That was on a 5 minute time frame.
and I took it on the 30.
And yeah, so we trade in that time frame mixed with the strategy, all combined together with the concept. So you adjust where you need to adjust.
But yeah, it's not really about being right or wrong. I appreciate look, we're not doing it for the likes. But we are doing it for the likes also, if you think about it. But yeah, look, if we ever get to a stage where we are not providing value, we said we'll step away. And we honestly just want to reach more traders to help more traders. These streams are completely for free. There's been a lot of positive impact, and the idea is just, if you've been positively impacted by the stream, drop a like. Maybe someone else stumbles across the channel and they may be stuck, and their light bulb moment could be in one of these sessions where it's just something Keegan says, something Miles says, and that just turns their trading around. So that's the only reason.
We appreciate the content. Your streams have really helped me. I've only been doing it for 2 months. Thanks, guys. Hey, that's awesome, bro. You guys are very helpful. Appreciate it. Thank you for the positive insight and free education. Shot for at least being here, Freebird. We appreciate having you guys here. As you said, you hadn't been around for a while, so at least at the positive, we're glad to see you back. I've held US 30. Oh, beautiful. You must be smashing it now. Whether it's on the 1 minute or 45 seconds, if you're in line with order flow, you won't go wrong. You must be new here. Chris and Keek said and explained before.
No, Chad, we welcome everyone.
Yeah.
Not everyone's going to have the same view. Not everyone's going to enjoy these streams. Not everyone is going to resonate with how we talk, how we say certain things, and that's fine. But we also don't want to make it a click. So I think for the most part, our community has been open. You don't want somebody coming in asking, hey, what is that? And then the chat is like on you. So I feel like we've done that well, where nobody's getting wrecked for asking a question.
Yeah.
Because that also scares guys away. It's like, shit, am I going to get mauled if I ask a question? Fabs, no, I haven't. Sorry, my dude. I'm gonna look into it. Amina, whoa. Hoi, Aminski. Amina, you wouldn't believe, last night sitting at home, guess what I'm craving? That kanafe. Yes, they did. Last night after I had dinner, I was like, "That is it, kanafu or kanafi?" Yes.
Like, you devoured that thing, bro.
Ciao, ciao. Ciao. Chad, it was honestly as good as it looked. It was good. It is. I mean, I think it's those little, I don't know what they call it, those little sticks, but it's incredible. Are we watching? Are we catching a trade on the way down? Wesley, not necessarily currently. We are at this last little volume node, not massive volume, but I'm gonna show you guys quickly. Personally, I've switched off from taking another trade. If I'm being very honest, that the buys I still liked, but I was just in two minds. I was like, Chris, is this greed? Remember this buy I told you, yeah, break of the eyes into that 200. This was valid, but I didn't want to be greedy. So I'm gonna say, if you, yes, Chad, just look at this though. It is one way down and it is one way back up. Now I'm not saying we can't go down again, but this is actually chopped now. Keys, what do you rate?
Yeah, it's chopping now.
So I would say the greedy play, if you're really keen on taking something, is gonna be if you reject this area, this zone right here. You could go for something, but just knowing that you can get ripped to shreds. because the order flow is somewhat bullish now. So I would say closures below here. Victor, appreciate that, my brother. Really, really appreciate it. Love all the streams and some of your videos. Has helped me more than everything else, and the more to come. Appreciate it, my dude.
That's all. 16.2, 12k subs incoming. Bro, 20 is going to be mad when we hit that.
It's been a grind, though. Eh?
It's been a grind, bro.
I almost want to say the YouTube grind is harder than trading.
Yeah. It's a battle.
Alright, thanks Fabs, appreciate it. Chad, I almost want to say the YouTube grind.
Yeah, there's no days off with YouTube.
Even with the content. You can ask gigs every morning when I get to the office. I sit down, I set the camera up, I shoot my thing, script it, edit it. Imagine we had a video editor. Damn. That would be sick.
I never realized it would be so hard to find a video editor though.
Yo.
Like someone that's actually proper, not someone that's like just chancing it.
Bro, I must actually go check on Fiverr. That guy. Bro, that's 1,000 rand wasted.
He screwed us.
Because you gave him an already cut video. So what did he do? Or was your video uncut?
It was like
Was there
like little bits
pauses?
were uncut, yeah.
Oh, so there were little R's.
Yeah. So he literally just did that.
Yes, bro. I
That
can
is-
get my daughter to do that.
No, the thing is, bro, I don't know when last you edited a YouTube video for us. Mo's 50-50. He's like half a video editor, half a trader at the moment.
Yeah. If he continues like he's continuing now, we can get him on the trading floor and then actually get a video editor. Yeah, he's very close to supplementing his own income, and then we can get him here in the studio. Man making his own money. Hi, Keeks.
Man's on a mission to live up to the name Mo Money.
Alright, here's US30. Let's check here. Alright. Remember this box we talked about needs to close outside of it if you want to get those shorts. Needs to close outside of it. If we hold above it, this thing could have some legs to the upside. What time is that speech, Gigo?
440. So still basically 25 minutes.
Well, now my portfolio is doing yes, yeah. Looking at top 40 down 1% again today. Rectosaurus.
More money incoming, bro. This the year. Koop my bot.
Koop my robot.
Koop my vibes.
Bro, I can't wait to sell out of this local portfolio. I'm just holding big bags of shit at this stage. Chad, so about 3 years ago, I had the theory that gold is going to go on this massive run to the upside. And I was expecting like a very strong gold price. And for that reason, I only bought miners. So all of the mining companies in SA. And the exchange rate, the rand was actually holding quite strong against the dollar. That higher gold prices did not result in any of these companies doing well.
Shot for the dono.
Hey, Kanisha Howard, I haven't seen you yet, but I do appreciate the donor. Oh, Brian, is he holding on to City Lodge? Yes, Brian. Okay, I didn't throw live. I threw quite a bit of money into it, but that portfolio is it's draining me. It's just draining me. So I was hoping that the US portfolio would start to balance out that other bag of shit I'm holding. That's why I got some Nvidia there as a little dark horse to maybe do a number. Even that getting clapped now.
When did you buy it? Last year?
No, I've been scaling it every month. No, I've been scaling in every month. And then I'm still stuck with some of that easy properties. Like, Chad, don't do it. Then, if you see, Chris, why did you not go into Apple and the tech stock? 50cal, my thing is, I've done the stock picking thing for quite a number of years. And end of last year, I did a comparison to what my individual stock picks did compared to what the indexes did. And I think I outperformed the indexes by 4%. But now, considering my risk is localized to a single company, and I was like, I would rather forego 4%, put it into the indexes, no stress, you invest into it. I don't have to do the stock picking. I don't have to go through the balance sheets. I don't have to do any type of research. I look at where the pivots are for it. I look at the relative price point to the 200 weekly, and you scale in. So if I'm being very honest, individual stock picking is very similar to gambling unless you've got some inside info. Those home runs are very few and far between. Do you trade live in any... Dude, we traded live here with you guys today for free. What are you talking about? We traded live. We took the... Go rewind the streams. We took longs here. If you're on time here at the open, we took longs here. Got out
So
there.
you should have just left it there.
Yeah, we're already done. We took the longs there. In hindsight, you can say, oh, only 60. Cease. But
It adds up.
But you knew 340.
What's this in there now?
It's now 340.
I mean, you could have done a little 180 there, bro. That seems to be the new lucky number.
180.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Cole Mangan, Chris, you heard of crypto arbitrage? I don't really know what it is, bro. I don't know what it is. I've heard of it. And I know you give them your money and they cycle it and you make X percentage out. Yeah. I don't know if it's so profitable. Why would you need other people's money to do it? That's my only question always. Is like, if you come to me and you say, I've got this thing, why not just cycle your own money?
Yeah.
Like, why do you need my 100,000 or 200,000 to crypto arbitrage? Why not just, if it's so lucrative, why not just take your own money and cycle it through?
You know, that's where for me it always comes back down to the exact same thing with the bots. If you got this bot that's just like a infinite money glitch, why do you need to sell it? You can just trade it for yourself
just
and
use it yourself. No, Andrew, if you're making that much money, you surely have the resources to go chat to a company, register an offshore entity. 2 or 3 years ago, I registered an entity in Mauritius and in Hong Kong. It's not that difficult. So, I don't know. Yeah. That's always the thing. Like, oh, your foreign investment allowance, you can only cycle 1 million. Then get a business outside of SA. Put your money into crypto, funnel it through whatever you need to do, push it through BOP, whatever you need to do. But I don't know. I don't know why you always need other people's money to do it.
USD just continues.
Also, if you ever need, I've got people people that know what they're doing. Should never take a year. Costa Rica, also good call. Companies and tax. Lindsay, I don't know. Here's the thing. If you're telling me you can make so much money and the thing stopping you is the Reserve Bank with your foreign investment allowance, surely you should have the capacity to say, I'm going to pay somebody, an accountant, somebody that can structure something to maximize it. Why do you need my R1,000,000 or my 100,000 rand, whatever it is? I don't know about instant funding. I think there's a lot of inside rules that they don't tell guys about. So, Keegs, that may be the next big play. Crypto arbitrage.
Hey, bro. I'm just gonna go make some bags. Gotta pay for the Lambo somehow.
The pitch I had was like, alright, crypto arbitrage, how it works is your money goes into, they pay it into this company. I think the last one I had is something 5 West something. And then what happens is they actually use your money to buy crypto in bulk, geeks, that they then sell for a fee. So they get the supply of the crypto.
Yeah.
Then they sell it for a fee, so they almost front run the exchanges a little bit. And then after they've cycled your money and they've made fees on it, and then they pay you out. I'm like, sure, okay. crypto arbitrage. I wonder how many people will actually give you money if you told them, listen here, I've got a copy trading. So there's two sides of the coin here. We're either going to make a lot of money because I'm going to gamble the shit out of this money, or we're going to lose all of it. All right, that's the probability, 50-50. But you know, how many people do you think will invest into that?
I think quite a few.
Think people would like that?
Nah, I think they would.
Brian, yeah, I've seen the more suspect you make something, it's like people just, they eat it up. Like, you have to make it super dodgy. You have to have like a one-page, just a one-pager website address. What was that scam with the guy with the milkshake, Keegs?
It's a
That-
milkshake.
Yeah, the trader was some guy. Chad, who remembers this? This was shortly after MTI. There was another crypto Ponzi, and the trader was a guy holding a milkshake.
Sure. Now I've heard it all, bro.
Wait, somebody. Chad, somebody needs to know. Austin, you need to know. What was it? Keegs and Sedgefield, there was a group walking around the location selling handwritten tickets for crypto. They made money.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, God is watching you, man. I
Bro,
don't
I
know.
swear when I look at that, I'm like, how did people fall for this?
Bro, but imagine you listen here. So if I had to do it, you know that the Pokemon cards that's got like that film.
Yeah.
So you almost print it with like a QR code. So you've got like a little QR code there, and you print the Bitcoin thing with like that film. So it looks premium, and you're like, listen here, this is potentially 1 Bitcoin. That's actually real gold inside there, and then you sell it like that, bro. Anyways, Chad, for instance, when MTI started, it had like a 1-pager WordPress site, and they were cooking. I had the opportunity to meet not Johan Steinberg, the other gentleman of MTI. Couple of years ago, they asked me for a professional opinion, and they flew me up to KZN, sat with the lawyers and the attorneys, drafted a professional opinion on how it was structured, because the other partner didn't really know. He was a very good salesman. He didn't know shit about trading, and he tried to make sense of it, because he also got wrecked quite badly. And then I realized those boys made big money. Alright, Keys, we're gonna wrap up.
Yeah, we can, bro.
Is there
I
still
think-
something you're looking at?
No, not really. I think the theory was the only trade there, and I think that might basically be done for the day. So, pretty
Bro,
much
it actually looks sad when I do this. I guess this is what 10 pips feels like.
Yeah, that's literally in New York session. That's the equivalent of 10 pips.
Chad, just look at that. So that is 60.
But to be fair, like we always talk about our stuff. I think if there was volume there, like how we spoke about doing the 180s, I think you should have given it the chance to hold, to run.
struggling though.
It struggled there, but once it hit your TP, when it had that burst, it burst with volume. I would have at least given it the chance, like even like you always did lately, like scale your just trail with your stuff.
I think I was a little bit. Remember what we talked about before stream? We liked the buys
Yeah.
for that specific reason. I think just this morning, taking off the size on US30, hitting a TP, taking a gold loss, then taking a gold win. It was just like, let me just consolidate the day. So not bad though. It's the Bulls are back. The Bulls are back.
Yeah, but I think we can end it on that note, Chad. We said there was a good chance we're going to see some volume, and there we got it. So, yeah, as always, Chris, before we carry on, tomorrow, we said we're doing one session. Which
London.
session are we doing? London.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
think that's the better one.
Okay, guys, so that means for New York, there will be no New York stream tomorrow in
You can
South
join
Africa.
Project G to join that stream.
Yeah, we will still maybe trade the cracker, but that's going to be it. For those that don't know, that on South African is a public holiday tomorrow, so that's why there will only be one stream. But we'll see you guys for the London session, so make sure you're there, don't miss out. As always, Chad, it's been good. Chris, thanks for always joining in, brother. But Chad, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Peace and love, baby. Cheers.
Cheers.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you,
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head, because there are so many things that I left unsaid. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that is not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, now I'll find you in my dreams. My heart rages around like an ocean